Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Beauty and the Budget. And as much as we are very frugal around here, there are some things that I refuse to cheap out on. And when I say cheap out on, I mean buying the lowest quality or the cheapest thing in that particular category. One such item are shoes. Now, I've always heard that you should always spend good money on the things that separate you from the ground. And this would include your shoes. When I was a little bit younger, probably I would have gotten away with getting like a cheap pair of shoes, a cheap pair of heels or something. No, I am so keen on getting super good quality shoes that hold my feet, that are even orthopedic, very comfortable. And sometimes, of course, when it comes to getting these shoes, you have to shell out a little bit more. When it comes to getting good quality shoes, you have to shell out a little bit more, but your shoes will last you a longer time. Years, right? And even in the case where it's like leather or very good organic material, even some synthetic materials, they last longer than the cheaply made fast fashion. So for me, shoes is one thing I will never skimp on. I don't have a lot of shoes. I am not a shoe person per se that buys a whole lot of shoes, because there are some persons that they have to have this entire collection, a different color shoe for every single outfit. I'm not one of those persons. However, for the shoes that I do actually spend and buy, I make sure to buy very good quality. They're very well made. And so, of course, I expect that they're going to last a long time. And of course, they're very versatile. So that's my little shoe rant. Okay. So that's one of the things that I don't go too frugal with. The second thing that I don't cheap out on when it comes to things for myself is skincare. Yes, skincare. I believe in taking care of my skin. And so I will definitely spend enough money to make sure that I get good quality products for my skin. So, of course, one of those products that I purchase is retinols. Um, I use a particular brand of retinol that I apply each night to ensure that it takes care of my skin and keeps, my acne at bay. And it ensures that I don't have as much hyperpigmentation as usual. And I see where it's working because I can tell you, in the past, I had really jacked up skin, like really bad acne, really bad scarring. The scarring that you're seeing now, which is minimal, it's once again, I tried to do something super frugal. I tried to do a dermaplane myself and it didn't quite work out, which is why I say spend your money on your skincare, spend your money and get your good facials or your good spa care or your dermatology. Keep up with your skincare and get good quality. It does not have to be an entire whole collection of products, but if you can find one or two products that work for your skin, for example, investing in a decent sunscreen, perhaps SPF 50 and over, something like that can make a whale of a difference than all the corrective work you're gonna need after you have messed up your skin by buying low quality products, where some of these products you don't even know where they were made. You can't even read the language that's on the back of the product because it's in a totally different language and there are not even any instructions. So you don't want to be taking that chance with your skin because, as I said, for me, as I get older, I wear less makeup. I'm not wearing any makeup right now. I wear less makeup and I am more into skincare. So for me, that's a good investment. Third thing, no, remember what we said about making sure that whatever keeps you between away from the ground should be good quality. One of those things are tires. I do not, let me repeat this. I absolutely do not cheap out when it comes to tire because that is literally life or death. I don't want, in the event of a skid or any type of accident, to be hoping that my tires hold me on the road. Oh no. So, of course, this means that I ensure that I buy proper tires, brand new tires, reputable tires, and also tires. Ensure that I service the vehicle and rotate my tires and take care of them so that it can take care of me. Hello. So shoes, skincare, tires. So far, these are the three things that I do not skimp on when it comes to um, my health and my well-being. I mean, you can be frugal, but then there's frugality to a point, because you have to know where to cut costs, where to make the most savings, and sometimes by trying to be cheap, you actually end up costing yourself more money than if you had gone and gotten the quality product. So the fourth product that I purchase that I don't ever cheap out on is something that will last me a lifetime. Well, not really a lifetime, but a good couple of years. And that's the mattresses. Mattresses, pillows, bedding, anything to do with my bed. Why? Because, guys, I value my rest. I value my sleep. I want to know that when I go to bed, I can get a good quality of sleep. And that won't happen if I have a mattress that's lumpy or poking me in the back, or just one that is not good for my body. Because what's going to happen is I'm going to get up in pain, I'm going to get up cranky, and that's no good for anybody. So mattresses are one of the things, and bedding is one of the things that I do make sure that I actually spend and get a quality product. Because if you spend and you get a quality mattress, you don't have to look at buying another one for a very, 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 very long time. So, you know, you can weigh the pros and the cons, but for me, that's where I do not cut costs. The other area that I do not cheap out on is food. Yes, food. The things that I'm putting in my body, my food and my vitamins, I have to make sure that they are very good quality, because there's only one you. Your health is your wealth. So if you are not taken care of, what use are you to yourself or anybody? This also includes not only my own food, but even my pet food, because I have 2 dogs and 3 cats. Beautiful, 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 spoiled creatures. But I love them very much and I want them to be around me for a very long time. So you and I know that in the area of pet food, not all pet foods are created equal. Some pet foods, you realize that your animals will react badly to it, they can't keep it down, or it just doesn't do so well for them, and you may have to adjust and change from time to time. So I make sure that I buy the very best within a decent price point, but the very best that is good for them, to ensure that my pets are looking good and are well taken care of. For me, if I'm going to do that for my pets, obviously I'm going to do that for my family. Hello. So I make sure that my food is very good quality. And when I say good quality, it does not have to be expensive. Here in Jamaica, we have access to so many natural grown provisions. We have our markets, our farmers markets, the Coronation Market, and the different markets where you can get organic produce for very little. Just walk with your little bag and a little change, and you can get your pick of organic, good quality produce for you and your family. This would include things like fruits, vegetables, starches such as yams, Irish potatoes, sweet potatoes. These things are very, very good for you. So, of course, this is one of the things that I ensure that I get enough of, and I make sure that my family gets that too, so that, they can stay around me for a very long time too, even when they're annoying. The next thing that I do not skimp on, or I don't cheap out on when it comes to how I spend my money or my personal finances, is hair care. No, if you know me personally, you will know that I love my hair. I absolutely love my hair. Whether or not it is relaxed or natural, whatever state it is in, I love my hair. So I spend proper money and I make sure that I get my hair done well, and then I take steps to maintain it. No, there are some persons that they are only interested in the hairstyle, and that's good enough for them. But for me, it's not just about the style, it's about the actual health of the hair. So because of that, I only have two service providers for my hair. And what I do, because I know I'm currently relaxed, I'm actually in a relaxer stretch. As you can see from the new growth, I'm in a relaxer stretch right now. While I'm in my relaxer stretch, I'll put my hair in braids as a protective style. So spending good money, my idea of being frugal when I do my hair care is when I put my hair in braids, I do my best to ensure that the braids are well kept and maintained for a very long time, so I can get as much wear out of the hairstyle as I can. And that is how I make sure that I stretch my dollar. So this hair right now, I have been wearing this for over 1 month, you guys. So this is more than a month. And I'm thinking that maybe I'll just push it to like another 2 weeks before I take down my braids. After which, I will go on to do my relaxers. No, I am very invested in my hair care. And because of that, I'm very picky with the persons who do my hair. And so for my relaxer, I only go to one of the best hairstylists in Jamaica. And if you want to know her name, just leave a comment below and I'll drop her link down below. Now, she's the only person allowed to relax my hair. The one time or two times that I've actually gone to another hairstylist to do my hair, the results were not as good as when she does it. So I will literally just wait, if it even means to stretch my relaxers until I can get an appointment. I will literally wait and spend that money, because I know that when she does my hair, it lasts a very long time. When she does my relaxers, I can stretch my relaxers up to 5 months. So I literally only do my hair or relax my hair 3 or 4 times for the year. So to me, that is a good spend of money. So she's a little bit more pricey, but for me, it is worth it because my hair is done well, my hair is healthy, and I get to stretch my hairstyles and be as versatile as I want to be with them. The same goes for my braidist. Yes, I only go to one person to do my braids at this point because, as I said, on the moments that I've tried to be cheap, and I should have known that price was too good to be true, I regretted it dearly. I ended up coming home and I had to take the hair out, like cut it right out of my hair. That's how bad it was. So I will never cheat on my braidist ever again. So if it means that I have to sleep outside her door to get this appointment, that is what I'm going to do. Because that is one of the things that I do not skimp on when it comes to maintaining. Now, the other thing that I don't cheap out on, as much as I try to be very frugal, is healthcare. So I make sure that I access or try to access the very best in healthcare, because I suffer from an autoimmune condition, which means I can't afford to be without my healthcare. So that means I have to also ensure that I don't skimp or cheap out on my insurance, because I need my health insurance. Okay, I need my insurance. I need my insurance. So I make sure that I get my health insurance. I pay my premiums to ensure that I have access to proper health care when I need it. So this means emergency health care. This means dental care. This means medications. This means any treatments or therapies that I may need to keep myself in good condition. And I mean, if you're not spending your money on yourself to maintain yourself, of what good is that money to you? So you can be frugal all you want. If you're not spending it in the way that you need to spend it, which is to maintain yourself, it's really of no use to you. So for me, my health is a priority. And so I spend time on that. Okay, guys. So since I like you, I'm going to give you one of the service providers that I use. And for my dental care, I use Casdent Family Dental. They're at Apex and Moulins Road. You can easily look them up. They're in Kingston, Jamaica, with 2 locations. So they're very reasonably priced. They do very, very good work. And you can just tell Dr. Beecher I sent you. Wink. Shameless promotion. Okay, guys. So the next thing that I do not cheap out on are car and home repairs. Yes, like I said, anything that will keep me safe and my family safe, I am all for it. I do not cheap out on that at all. So of course, this means making sure that the car is maintained and serviced regularly. Because think about it, if you don't maintain the car or service it regularly, in the long run, it's going to cost you more. It could cost you your life. Think about that, because we have to make sure that the oil is in good condition, the tires are in good condition, that everything works the way it needs to work. So spending time to ensure that car repairs are done is a very good use of my money and my time as far as I'm concerned. I want to know that when I'm driving, at the very least, my vehicle is reliable. Home repairs, same thing. No, I am all for a good DIY. Yes, I am trying to become a DIY princess. Note I said princess, not queen, because I know my limitations. But when it comes to home repairs, and I'm talking major work, major renovations like plumbing, electrics, construction, that is not my forte, okay? And I am not going to fool anybody and pretend to do anything or try to match it up, because it's not going to work out. So for home repairs, I make sure that I get professional contractors, professional service providers that can do the work that I need and ensure that we get the results we want, as opposed to trying to DIY it and ended up having to spend twice the amount to undo my DIY. Furniture. I do not buy cheap quality furniture. Now, notice I said cheap quality. It does not have to be expensive to be good quality, because you have in Jamaica, for example, local artisans that will make your furniture from scratch. And it doesn't cost as much as if you went to one of these big stores. Make sure that whatever it is that you are making in terms of your furniture, especially if it is that you only want to buy it one time, make sure that it is good quality. Good quality wood, good quality fabric, good quality sponges, etc. Make sure that it is not the fast fashion of furniture. Because what's going to happen is, if you buy this cheap bagasse furniture, sure, I mean, maybe that could work if you were like a 20-year-old college student and that's all you need right now in your dorm. But if it is that you have your own space and you want to wisely use that money, it is better you put down that money, save up, and see if you can get something decent with that money, as opposed to spending twice on the same piece of furniture that's going to go bad in less than 2 years. Trust me, I know. I have bought a few bad purchases in my time, thinking that I was going to cheap and clean it out, and it didn't work out. Okay, let's just say it didn't work out. I had desks leaning to the side and doing the milli rock. I had pieces falling off, stripping off, tearing off within less than a couple of months of owning the furniture. And trust me, I wasn't doing anything with the furniture. It was just there, but it was just cheap quality. So of course, I got what I paid for. So having learned my lesson, I no longer buy cheap quality furniture. So for this couch that I'm sitting on right now, I literally stalked Courts Jamaica for months. Okay, I stalked them throughout their bargain centers, and I did not stop until I could get it. But the thing is, I got it even being frugal, but I didn't get a cheap quality couch. They have a bargain center, which is literally an area or an overstock where they store their furniture. So all the furniture that would be in the display areas in their different stores throughout the island, when they're finished with that, they actually sell them through the bargain stores. So there you can actually get a decent discount, significant discount on these furniture items. So of course, knowing this, I went to the bargain center with my little coins in hand, you know, because I want this couch and I've been seeing it on the website, but it's no longer available except for the bargain center. And there was one. And best believe I did not stop until I got it. Yeah, that's sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So yeah, with furniture, as I said, just make sure that it's good quality, invest in your furniture, and it will take care of you. You don't have to be spending double or spending multiple times to get the furniture that you need to last you a long time, and it will take care of you. Okay, so I've had this couch now for the past 6 years and it served me well. It's almost in semi-new condition, so I'm pleased to say that that was money well spent, as opposed to if I had bought something cheap, it probably would have broken off, or you know, just started looking dingy and whatnot. So yeah, I've been ranting about my furniture for quite a while now, so I'm gonna be done right now. But the point is, don't buy cheap furniture if you can. afford to. Okay, so we are at the final thing that I do not cheap out on, and I am very intentional with how I use it, acquire it, and spend it, and that is my time. My time is very valuable. I know your time is valuable, but for me, I know my time is valuable, right? Because, yeah, I mean, nobody on their deathbed, for example, says that they wish they had more money, or they wish they had more career opportunities, or more I don't know, assets. They want time. They wish they had more time to go back and correct all their mistakes, or more time to spend with their loved ones, or more time to pursue the things that mattered. So for me, I want to make sure I get the best use of the time that I have. I want I am very guarded, and I guard this time like a bulldog. I want to spend time with my family. I want to have time for my personal study. I want to have time with my pets. I want to have time for myself to recharge, even if it is that I am just sitting here looking into space, not doing anything. That is my time, and that's how I choose to use it. So that's very important to me. So that is one of the things I do not cheap out on. So in order to ensure that I don't rob myself of this time, or that I'm not cutting myself short or shortchanging myself, I set boundaries. I have to. Even today, in today's smartphone world, where you people have access to you 24/7, you will have to do that also, if it is that your time is important. So for me, I turn off my phone at certain hours. So outside of business hours, I will not be doing any business queries unless something is burning down, and even then, I'm not a fireman. Okay. um Saying no, you have to learn to say no to engagements or commitments, even if it is that you probably, in a fit of optimism, had already agreed to do it. I'm not saying to be flaky, but sometimes things change, and sometimes circumstances change, and sometimes you don't feel well, or sometimes you're just not up to it mentally, physically, and sometimes you just can't people today. Know what I mean? So if it is that is going to infringe on that kind of time, you may have to say no, and perhaps explain to persons that, look, this is the situation. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen. I can't. And that's it, right? Guard your time. Guard your time like a bulldog, because this is one of the most valuable currencies that we have on this entire planet. Okay? I'm trying to be as prudent with my time as possible. And that's one of the things I don't cheap out on, and I don't cut myself short when it comes to time. And my friends know this also. They know that if they ring my phone and they don't get me, Georgette is taking her time out. Okay, so I recommend that you evaluate the things that you don't cheap out on, in even though you're trying to be frugal and on your frugal journey. What are some of the things that you value most? Remember, personal finance is just that, personal. So it's different for me, and it's different for you. So what matters to me may not necessarily mean the most to you. So you determine, based on how you live your life, what matters the most to you, and then you spend and adjust your lifestyle accordingly and intentionally to meet these needs. So for me, these are the things that matter most to me, and so these are the things that I do not skimp on or shortchange myself on. So in the comments below, what are some of the things that you don't cheap out on? Is it healthcare? Is it tires? Is it glasses? Is it food? What are some of the things that you do absolutely not cut corners on? And as an honorable mention, I will say I don't cheap out on tea either. I really love tea. Tea is like coffee to me. Yeah, like how some people love their coffee, but I can't have too much coffee because, as you can see, I already talk really fast. Yeah, so tea is my thing. It's my little ritual to just kind of chill out while I'm taking my time to just relax and breathe and recharge. So for me, I like fancy teas. I try to get them on bulk discounts, but I don't shortchange myself there. I mean, life is too short to be drinking really nasty, taste bad tea just for the sake of saving a few cents. You know what I mean? So go ahead, have your tea, have your coffee, treat yourself, because what's the fun of being on a frugal journey if you can't treat yourself occasionally? No. This has been my little list, as I said, of things that I don't cheap out on. Feel free to leave your list in the comments below. This has been Beauty and the Budget, saying stay financially fit, fabulous, and focused. Ciao.